Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is not just a chef, but he is a master chef. He became the youngest four-star chef to be named in any major U.S. city. And he was also named Chef of the Year and inducted into the Chicago Chefs Hall of Fame. And you can catch him judging the best dishes made by home cooks on Masterchef and now on the new Masterchef Junior. Help me welcome Mr. Graham Elliot to the show. Hey, Graham, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning.
Now, Graham, I'm sure you know everybody loved MasterChef, but did you realize that your show was going to put so many Americans back into the kitchen and keep us out of the fast food lanes?
No, I think it was exciting to see, what everybody could cook and contribute from all around the country. But once you start thinking about what the show can do to help people, like you said, I think it's got people back into their kitchens and showed them that food can be this beautiful thing that it's fun to do, but also a great way for your family to reconnect around the table.
And I think it became a great teaching tool, too. Like for me, I hadn't made steak in years, and I made steak on Saturday for my daughter's birthday. And I learned my little steak tips from MasterChef just by watching you all and just the little tips that you would give the contestants on the show. So that's why I think it's such a great show.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad to hear that.
Now, you started a MasterChef Junior, and I want to know, why did the producers even decide to create a children's edition to the show? And I'm telling you, these kids are putting me to shame right now. And I don't even know what do you call it? A Duke Wellington? Look, see, I don't even know what it is.
A beef Wellington, yeah. So these kids are doing food that I had trouble doing just a few years ago, and they're half my age or less. And the fact that kids now, we're all kind of born into fast food in this country and not great food generally. And now that's all changing because, you have parents that are taking their kids to the market or buying them cookbooks, showing them different things in the kitchen. And you have these kids that are excited by 50 different colors of tomatoes and, weird things like octopus and squid and able to make really cool food. And I think there's an innocence that comes with cooking as a child and not knowing a lot of right or wrongs. And that changes as you get older and you become kind of stagnant and cook things that you only know and are comfortable with.
But I want to know, how did you find kids that can cook at this level? I mean, did they have cooking classes before they came to you all? Did you kind of give them a menu of what was going to be on the show? Because the level of their cooking is really blowing my mind.
No, what's cool is that, we do a casting call. These kids come and you get to see the food that they do. And so much of it does have to do with just their upbringing, their background, how important food is to their family. And now you're seeing them be put through these challenges, and they'll get cooking classes while the show's taping, like on the day that we're not filming. They'll try some different things. So, they're getting better the longer that they're on the show. But certain things like making macaroons and pasta from scratch, those are things that these kids came in knowing. So it really did blow us away. And we, Gordon, Joe, and myself had to go back to the drawing board and make things a little tougher because they were at such a level.
Exactly. Because like tonight, we're going to be watching tonight, of course. What is tonight's episode going to be about?
One thing that you really see is two great personalities, one of which is Sarah and the other Alexander. And Sarah kind of takes the lead and gets to pick out Alexander as, one of her competitors that she wants to eliminate. And he's doing a dessert that's extremely difficult and accidentally switches two ingredients and has to go back and start the whole thing from scratch again. And so that's just one of the things that you're going to see tonight that's going to cause some stress.
Alexander reminds me a little you. For some reason, I see him winning this competition. It is just something about him that you can just see, this is him. This is who he is. I could see the type of restaurant he's going to have, and I could see myself eating there. It's just something about that young man that I just think he's going to be the winner.
Yeah, it's funny, each person, it's kind of like when you're in high school and you have all these different personalities and they're all sitting at different spots in the lunchroom, and you've got like your little cliques. Each one kind of represents that. And I think, Alexander's the the really smart, kind of quiet kid almost that it just has a very gentle way of cooking, and definitely comes across when you taste his food.
And I have some listener questions for you. One listener, his name is Joe. He wants to know, how do you develop an international palate on a local budget without going around the world?
I think it's finding as many ethnic restaurants as possible, within driving distance. So even if it's an hour away, there's a spot that has an amazing Ethiopian restaurant, you go and check that out. Or if it's Indian or, whatever cuisine it is, you try to hit those up as much as you can to where they're as authentic as possible. That's what I like to do.
Okay, and Alicia wants to know, will you ever do a show or have segments within the show on how to teach people actually how to cook certain meals?
Yeah, that's something that I wish that we could do more of, and I know that other people ask that too. They love the show, but is there a way to give more cooking lessons? So that's something I think that we're all discussing of how to do that, maybe even with more online content and things like that.
Yeah, because I think that'll be good, because I see the meals that people make. I'm like, how do they, especially the children? I'm like, now, how did you learn that? Like the little girl, she is so cute. This African-American girl, she wears her hair kind of like in a mohawk.
Yeah.
And how she was taking us around the world and making this dish to make it. I'm like, how did you know all of that, Ben? How old?
Yeah.
Because I'm basic.
That's what's so fun for us to hear that too, because it's like the first time we're hearing it. It's just like, that's so neat.
Well, I want to just commend you all on this great show on Fox. Hopefully you bring Junior back, and I believe you're going to have children in the kitchen cooking up a storm, because it's such an inspiring show. And I want to remind everyone to make sure you tune in tonight to Masterchef, airing on Fridays on Fox, 9 p.m. Eastern Pacific on Fox. We're talking to Graham Elliot, and I look forward to seeing the new edition of Masterchef to put me back in the kitchen too.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.